Get off my lawn. You. You guys have been doing this forever. I'm sick of it. Enough already. Enough.
My stepdad, Adam, has always been a bit of a curmudgeon. But lately, he is becoming even more easily offended.
I loved COVID. I didn't have to see anybody. Nobody pissed me off. It was great. Me cheap? You're the cheap prick, you jerk. Sometimes people call me a prick. I'm not a prick. But if you offend me, I can turn really nasty and be a real prick. No, don't give me that. Just quiet down, all of you. Quiet down.
And I've noticed that he is at his worst when he's overstimulated.
A lot of things bug me, and we've talked about this before, John, but you know I hate loud restaurants with loud music. It's so annoying. You can't hear what your friends are saying. I can't hear what your mother's saying. And then you have the table of 12 beside you with 10 or 12 young women partying like crazy, screaming and screeching and laughing, annoying as shit.
This got me thinking, is overstimulation playing a role in all of us being more easily offended? I decided to test this hypothesis on my stepdad. This is Rogue Psychology, a show about personal problems and universal solutions. To test this overstimulation hypothesis, we wanted to find a place where people could be cut off from the stimulation of everyday life. Would being in such an environment make people less irritable and less easily offended? John, we're looking for a room that blocks stimulation to run an experiment. Do you think this could be that room?
This is actually the ideal room. This is the ideal chamber. We're in a hemianechoic sound chamber, basically a soundproof room. It'd be like you're taking your test subject, putting them in a boat in the middle of an ocean with no wind and no waves.
It's so quiet in here. I kind of want to scream.
If you scream, no one will hear you outside.
Okay.
But you can scream as loud as you want.
You scream with me?
I'll scream.
Count
I'll show you something when you scream, though.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
So you can see, you can get that energy when you're facing, but when I'm facing away, you're not getting as much of that sound back.
Yeah. Do you think if someone spent 45 minutes here or an hour in here, they would leave this room like being less irritable and less easily offended?
I think probably. Overall, we have discovery mode and defense mode. And when you're not overstimulated, you're discovering, you're learning, you're looking at new things, like a 1-year-old, like just, studying every little flower, everything on the sidewalk, you're discovering the world. But when the world is bombarding you, you have to defend yourself. You have to block it out. In the city, things are coming at you all the time, and you have to make instant assessments as to what's a threat and what's not a threat, and you make mistakes. And then finally, you just get irritable, and sometimes things aren't as threatening as they seem.
My stepfather, Adam, he's a lawyer. We're gonna bring him in here for about 45 minutes to an hour, get him nice and calm. And we're gonna put him in a meetup group with a bunch of people who hate lawyers. Do you think this will get him better primed for that meeting with those people who essentially hate him?
Well, I assume he will be less irritable from having been here for 45 minutes. But I imagine he will still get irritable. Because somebody's attacking your profession left, right, and center, one that you spent your life, doing. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think he probably will be less irritable.
To Kathy's point, Adam's identity is strongly tied to being a lawyer. Do you love the law?
Yeah, I do. It's been a fascinating career, challenging work, interesting people. Yeah, I love it.
And he had absolutely no idea that I arranged for a group of people from the internet to come vent about their hatred of lawyers. When I say the word lawyer, what word comes to mind?
Hate.
When I say the word lawyer, how do you feel in your
Sick
stomach?
to my stomach, actually. Deep down in my gut, rage and anger and just venom.
I've had a very bad experience with them on multiple accounts. I've lost appetite whenever I think about them. I had sleepless nights thinking about all my dealings with them.
I'm excited at the opportunity to bash some lawyers. I actually took the day off from work so I could participate.
Well, you must really hate lawyers.
Yes, I do.
How's it going?
Oh, it's great. I could stay like this forever.
You feel You feel more calm, you feel more relaxed?
Yeah, it's really relaxing. It was very calming, not what I expected at all.
I was very curious to see what was about to go down.
Thank you all for coming here today. And let's start out going one by one on why we hate lawyers.
Well, I'm a lawyer, you know that.
The group wasn't too pleased to discover there was a lawyer among them.
I think all lawyers overbill. I know it's a generalization. Let's just say maybe 98%.
They're just money-hungry SOBs. They all need to go to hell.
They're predators. They like to prey on people and their emotions and their wallets.
Lawyers just love that. They're like, oh boy, we got a live one here.
Seems that they get everybody adversarial, fighting. They must love fighting, so they want to see a good fight.
I thought Adam was going to lose his cool, but then the most surprising thing happened. He started lawyering.
So I've got a couple of comments. First of all, I think people who go to lawyers are angry to start with. Lawyers don't facilitate the anger. It comes out from the clients themselves. If you really don't like lawyers, next time you have a fight with your wife or your neighbor or whoever, go hire a plumber. See how it works out for you.
He's good at what lawyers do. Lawyers talk. And talk back and talk back. And you're trained at that, and you're very good at it.
What do you want me to say, that lawyers are shit? I'm not going to say it.
I see your point of view. That makes kind of sense.
No, I don't see your point of view. So let me tell you something else.
Does everybody want to hear this something else? Or
As long as he's not charging us.
The group was really beating up on Adam, but surprisingly, he was able to keep his composure.
Fuck you all.
You lawyers do fuck us all.
I feel if I hadn't gone into the chamber, I might have gotten much angrier. So it was good.
Wow. After seeing how the anechoic chamber worked, I wanted to push things further. Could anything actually offend my stepdad when he's in a calm state? Maybe shifting away from his career and poking at his cultural identity would get under his skin. So I got in touch with Christian Aldo, a guy who makes controversial art shows and YouTube videos about World War II with toy soldiers. I wanted to see if Christian could make an art piece that would offend the shit out of my stepdad. Christian, like, where are we right now?
We are sitting in the Super Wonder Gallery. It's an art gallery that I created so that I could put on really wild and edgy art exhibitions.
We want to commission a piece of art that would sincerely, truly offend my stepfather.
Can you tell me something about him?
Yeah, so Adam's in his 70s. He's a pretty conservative guy. He's a retired lawyer. He's Jewish, and he's married to my mom.
Okay. I am very confident that I could make a work of art that not only will offend him, but it will probably offend you. And he might even want to come out of retirement to sue me. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, it sounds like what we're after.
Okay, we're on.
Once Christian was ready, he wanted me to check out the piece and to bring a friend, as it was a two-part installation. So me and my friend Azaria spent time in the chamber before checking it out.
Okay, guys, watch your step. Come on this way. Okay, I want you to know that I do not stand by ideologically with anything that's on the other side of that board. And, you know, boy, it's a toughie, but it's what you asked for. So that being said, I want you to step this way and put your faces deep in those holes. And I'm gonna go on the other side and see what you look like. Yeah, but get your chin, you gotta get your chin into it. That makes it look good. It's funny when you have your chin in it, and you look normal. You know what this is? It's an exercise in vicious juxtaposition. That's what it is. I put you guys in a position that is the furthest from what you'd want to be part of. And then you can look at it, and it's a freak show. You might be hurt, you might be offended, or you might laugh and say, holy shit, that's out of control. let's have some fun with a range of expressions. Like I want you to look really stern. Or, and then you, stern. Now happy, be happy.
Am I a dick or am I a vagina? The face of the vagina.
I think you would have preferred that to what I have you doing right now.
Like, come see?
Well, if you guys want to see it.
Yes.
Okay, let me get my hockey equipment on. Come on out.
Oh, this is nice. You really went with it. I definitely totally get this. It's just definitely really harsh. You put me as a Ku Klux Klan member, and you did him as a Nazi.
That's right.
This makes me a little bit uncomfortable. This is good. This is good. This is good. It kind of speaks to like how you can partake in something and not really understand the ramifications. Christian, you nailed it. This is offensive, and I know it wasn't mean-spirited.
You don't seem like you're hurt.
This won't be my LinkedIn profile picture, I'll put it that way.
I was very curious to see how Adam would react to the art piece after being in the chamber for a second time. Proud of his Jewish heritage, this very well could make him snap.
For the first part of the piece, you can come up here and just put your head right through there. Put your chin all the way through.
God knows what's around me.
And now here, why don't you go to your left? You can do the other hole as well, over here. Yeah, put your chin all the way through.
That one's easier, yeah.
Look around, smile, do whatever feels natural. Maybe look off in the distance.
Oh yeah, sure.
And take a look at the piece.
God only knows. That's funny.
So what do you think? Is it offensive?
Not to me. It's funny. That's why I'm laughing at it.
Why
It's a cute idea. It's a great idea because you don't know what you're going to be, what's there. I thought it might be like slutty stuff, dirty stuff, not Ku Klux and Nazis.
Inspired by the results with Adam, we decided to extend the experiment to the general public. So we convinced Christian to throw an offensive art show so we could continue to analyze the effects of overstimulation.
This next exhibit is the Texas Abortion Clinic, where you can proudly perform your own abortion. It's kind of like the kids' game operation. You go inside and you finagle out the fetus, but if you touch the sides, the abortion was a failure.
The first group invited to see the art would be overstimulated with Christian's Toy Soldier World War II videos. We were curious if this would make them more reactive than reflective when seeing the rest of the work.
So this is our first piece. Enjoy.
I feel very wrong standing here.
When it comes to an inappropriate joke or a cultural insensitivity, it matters if you've had some past trauma or if you're a member of a specific cultural group.
Yes, the bulb rule is in effect. You pay 10% more.
Why is that?
I just don't like bald people.
Confidence plays the biggest role in how offended you'll be when someone insults you.
Okay, guys, you can just put your heads through the holes here. Just put your chin all the way through. Good. You guys can smile here. And do you guys mind switching sides? Like you go into this one and you into this one? Yeah, maybe stick your tongues out on this one. Like, ah. So, okay, now you can come around this way and maybe take a look at what you were taking part in.
Whoa. I didn't feel offensive at all with all the stuff upstairs, but
Yeah.
right now, like, I felt like very shocked.
That's part of the design, right? You know, sometimes we take part in things in society and we don't really know what we're doing, and then you come around the other side and you see them.
Maybe we are in that position sometimes and we don't know and we don't care actually, like we don't investigate or we don't search about what are we following, what are we liking on social media or whatever, and then you find out.
On a scale of 0 to 10, you know, how offended are you right now?
10.
Yeah, 10, yeah.
10?
I wanted to cry actually, if I am honest. Like, I don't know.
The next group seeing the art would first be put in a calm state. We were curious if this would make them a little more reflective about the artwork and maybe a little less offended by it. This first exhibit is really just about, you know, being in a relaxed state, right? So just get comfortable and it's really just about getting into a relaxed state of mind. Please look around. There's a lot of interactive exhibits.
Oh, God. How close do I have to get to
A little closer.
the butthole?
A little bit closer. Maybe just wave. Does it smell?
Just awful.
What do you think of the sign, Kathy?
I love the sign. I think that's really funny. Ugly Lives Matter. It's a takeoff on Black Lives Matter, which we all know. You look at the picture and you go, oh, that is so repulsive. But then you say, hey, ugly lives matter, like, so what? You know, that's repulsive to you, big deal. So it's a big butt, you know, live with it.
Yeah, somebody you know might have a really ugly butthole.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. You know, could be you.
Could be me. I don't.
Well, not you particularly, but you know what I mean.
Who here would like to do the honors? And whoever you bash, we will give a reward. Who would you like, first of all, who would you like to beat up on? Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Trump? Okay. Look, here is the reward because of you.
Congratulations, we are donating $100 to the Donald Trump campaign on your behalf.
Let's put a hand together for this valiant warrior.
How do you feel that $100 was just donated to Donald Trump's campaign on your behalf?
I'm just glad more wasn't donated.
Yeah, yeah. You guys can step right up and put your faces through the holes there, right?
I do mine as well?
Yep, yep. Excellent. All right, come around the side and take a look.
Oh.
What do you think? Are you offended?
No, I'm not too offended.
Not really. Without knowing what in front, I didn't even feel guilty or something. You can show this picture to everyone, I believe, because it wasn't my choice.
Okay.
Right.
If, like, on a scale of 0 to 10, you had to give a number of how offended you are, like, what would you give it?
I would say, well, I'm not really offended, so maybe 5, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I believe maybe 2 or 3.
2, 3, yeah.
Social contagion theory suggests that you will react how other people around you have reacted.
To complete the experiment, we included a control group that viewed the art without being exposed to either the overstimulated or calming intervention.
There we go, Ku Klux Klan member. Awesome. Sick. I mean, I could just stand here. You went from one uniform to another. There you go.
Do you find this offensive?
It's art, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think this is a cool conversation to be having. We're so afraid to be labeled as these things, you know?
Just when it seemed like there'd be no drama at all in the control group, it happened. Someone got very offended.
Yeah, this is not, don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why, you guys stuck our heads in there and we thought we were going to be in these fun caricatures. They weren't that fun when you realize what it is. You guys were doing like a tasteless event and we hope to be offended and offended, so you did your job. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Offended.
Offended.
Yeah.
In an attempt to be scientific, we had participants from each group fill out a scorecard. where they ranked how offensive they found the art, and we left a space for them to leave comments. While there were people in each group who didn't love the art, the calm group left the most reflective comments and had the least offended aggregate score. I then went to Christian's apartment to discuss the results of the experiment, but he was more interested in showing me his toy collection.
John, I want to welcome you to the War Room. This is a 36-year collection that started off as something small and then just grew and grew and grew and grew. And the more it grew, the deeper I dug. The more I dug, the deeper it grew.
So what do you do with these? Like, you just leave them in here hanging, or what do you do with all these toys?
I collect them and I play with them and I build them. And like, here's the latest thing I've worked on. And I've always wanted to do it. This is a small, it's a small U-boat, but I decided to cut it open and create my own interior. I even have a little toilet in there, look. Look, a little toilet.
Yeah.
I will kill you, you fascist pig.
Hobbies help to ground a person, give them an identity. So when someone offends you, the more identity you have and the more grounded you are, the better off you are.
After showing me his toys, there was one more thing we had to do.
Any last words?
Die, Nazi scum.
Let's see if he's dead.
They look dead to me.
Our work is done here.
Trying to drill down on what offends people is complicated. We all have different dispositions and upbringings that will affect our interpretation of most things. Also, some days we're in a good mood, and some days we're in a bad one. What is clear, though, is that in an overstimulated world, we all might be a little more reactive than we'd like to be. So once in a while, put your phone away and take a walk in the park. Or try to find that anechoic chamber close to you. Because when you're in a calmer state, you may think deeper about the intention behind things before deciding if you should be offended.